Hello, hi, welcome to Roll for Bowl. This is or a tabletop RPG live stream now, not even D&D. I am your GM, Ben Competence. I will be running this little mystery shindig we got going on, and I think today we have our what are we going with? Undetectives?
I believe
Um,
that's our name.
all right, well then say hello, Undetectives.
Hello,
We
detectives.
Mistakes in Gaming. Hello, welcome to the stream. We, as some people are here in chat right now already, and thank you. We do want to make it clear that if you are watching, you are welcome to follow along, talk with the players. We're all reading the stream. We're very narcissistic that way. And if you don't know the answers to the mystery, feel free to chip in. If you do know the answers, shh, things are going to get weird. And I say that because I actually, one of the groups that I run just finished this mystery, and I've invited them to come and see how you guys do with it. I don't know if they'll be able to make it, but we'll see. Um, so, uh, I'm gonna roll for each of you. I don't have a question for you. I'm gonna say, what was your? I'm gonna ask you each to introduce yourself, your character, both halves, and what was your favorite plot twist in any fiction? Yeah, I know. I'm throwing you a huge curveball.
So many good choices.
I'm gonna go with Reed.
All right, I'm Reed.
I know. I just that was such a
Yeah,
big one, to just throw you guys out of nowhere.
yeah. Like I was still thinking about it while you were talking about it.
Do you want me? Do you want me to vamp for time? Do you want me to?
No.
Hi. Today's show is brought to you by us because we're not sponsored. Um,
If anybody out there wants to change that, we can be
Today's
bought.
stream is brought today's stream is brought to you by viewers like you.
mhm.
I'm Reed. I play the not the human wizard Cleon. That's an entirely
It's
different
muscle.
game.
It's muscle memory now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm MC O'Halloran. I'm a private eye who's infused with the power of the city itself. And that's created no small amount of consternation for our real MC, which is something that I found out is the name of the DM in this game after I created the character. So.
Yeah. You really just went like, I'm you. I'm like, oh, okay. Um,
That's my favorite twist right there. Surprise,
yeah.
motherfucker! I'm the
Excellent.
DM.
Excellent. Um, is that your plot? That's your plot twist you're going with? Okay. Um, I'm gonna go with take power away from them. I'm gonna go with Allie. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Allie, and my character is CJ Beldam, and she is an au pair who is inspired by, or not inspired by, but like touched by the power of the other mother from Coraline.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be real basic, and it doesn't feel like a plot twist anymore, but man, Star Wars, New Hope.
Yeah,
It's classic. You
real.
can't go wrong.
No, that one's a good one. You mean
As
the Vader thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as opposed to the plot twists of the most recent trilogy, where it looked like it was going to be good and then sucked.
The plot twist was that the movie was bad.
It's
I
the
mean,
it's it was just such a wonderful depiction of the multiverse to just have three movies that were clearly from three different non-connecting realities. Um, and Tammy, uh, feel free to introduce yourself. You're muted.
We're not getting any
Yeah, I think
audio off
your
you.
microphone. Your microphone's lit up. The tip of your microphone's lit up. I think that means it's muted.
Well,
oh,
Oh,
look at
that's the
that.
benefit of us having the same brand. There we go.
So I'm Tammy. I don't do well with technology, apparently.
Mhm.
Um, my character is Jade Tamsin, and she is a professional organizer. Think Marie Kondo, with a little touch of Loki's trickster godness, a little bit of chaos thrown in just for shits and giggles, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know if it was a plot twist per se. I just there's a movie. It's been out for a while. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really, really loved it. And I am saying First Contact with Jodie Foster. Or just Contact, sorry, just Contact with Jodie Foster. I'll leave it
Ooh,
at that.
I
Go
love
watch it
this.
if you
This
need to
works
know.
for me. Oh man, that's the one where it turns out Jodie Foster was a sled the whole time. Okay,
Don't give it away.
all downhill from here. Okay, so our players, normally they play Dungeons and or Dragons, usually both. But today we are playing something different, and we're going to be doing so for, I believe, the rest of September. We are doing a game called City of Mist. This is a game of cinematic storytelling and mythical beings, larger than life people, in a modern noir detective setting. There is a city, the big city, and in it, people from time to time find themselves on the same vibrational frequency, spiritual plane, healing crystal as a myth. And when they do, they become infused with the power of that myth. They become an embodiment of it and able to carry out its will in this world or represent it. This has made things a little more difficult because the people that are bad can be very, very bad. Luckily, we have people that are good, that are very, very good, and they stand up against that. We have 3 detectives investigating a case where someone told them that there are sharks in the forgotten community hub known as Miller Square. When they went to go find these sharks, whatever that may mean, they discovered what appeared to be a suicide and was rapidly revealed to be something much more sinister by someone gravely in debt. As they investigated the area, they learned that a few people are in debt. In fact, there's a pawnbroker run by the cat and fox from Pinocchio who were more than happy to relieve you of your most beloved valuables, and also mentioned a man named Honeylips who was further providing financial opportunities to the people of Miller Square. I don't want to say what else the heroes discovered because I don't want to emphasize what is a clue and what isn't. But the heroes have left this with the impression that Rusty's Bar is a place that may be intriguing to them, that may have some good intel. They finished with this revelation, but they have not yet gone there. Have I missed any points, dear friends? All
Nothing
right.
off the top of my head.
Nope, but you haven't shared your favorite twist.
My favorite plot twist. Um, okay. I'm trying to think of how to articulate it because I know what it is. Beatrice, in a series of unfortunate events. I cannot possibly elaborate on this. Uh, I'll try. In Unfortunate Events, there are 13 books. Every single one of them is dedicated to Beatrice from the author. If you read the books slowly over time, you realize that the author is a character in the books, and that the constant references to Beatrice and dedications to her are a significant part of the lore. And you don't explicitly find out why until the very, very last word of the entire series. And it's a doozy. And it's one of those I have to go back and reread everything now things. Okay. Allie, Reed, and Tammy, all give me the thumbs up. Let me know that you're ready. Also, we dedicate this session not to our Beatrice, but to Jen, who is unavailable today. She is off fighting crime of her own. Unlike us playing make-believe, she is actually punching criminals atop skyscrapers right now or something. What's up, Tammy?
I was just gonna say she's fighting a cold as well.
That also counts. That's right.
Could be
Jen's
part
fighting a
of her
cold war.
disguise. Could be part of her disguise.
She is the
That's right.
snot master.
What would the mythos for that be? Okay, never mind. Um, not even gonna go into it. Um,
For fighting a cold, what would the mythos be? Osmosis Jones.
no, no.
What?
Jesus Christ.
I thought it
Um,
was going to be the snot tick from the tick.
Sorry,
Hmm.
my dog's barking off screen, so I'm like hearing every other word. I swear.
your dogs are filtered out by your microphone, so we don't hear them.
That's wonderful for you guys,
Yeah, every time you apologize for your dogs, you need to know that we heard nothing.
and I need to know. I need you to know. I also heard nothing.
Okay. What was it? So the heroes find themselves at the street of Miller Square. Um, they have just fought some enforcers of the Falzoni family who have backed off. The Falzonis have, or Honeylips has dispensed a woman named Delia to help with this situation. We're tracking how well Delia's search is going. But you guys are here now. It's your action, any of you, as you stand here in this street in the night. I'm going to say the rain slowly starting to pour in, the night beginning to settle into its rhythms.
Well,
The city moves on.
I'm going to sort of be nursing my injured arm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking maybe we need to re-equip, resupply.
Mm.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
I was thinking maybe just looking around, getting my nose where it doesn't belong, but I wasn't anticipating a dust up tonight.
Dear. Absolutely.
What was that, Ellie? You were so cut off.
I said, oh dear, absolutely not.
So I would say, to explain to the audience and to my dear players who are new to this game, I mentioned before we started the stream there is downtime, where you guys, it's this game's version of resting for a long time. It's a unique mechanic. So if you do this, you can either give experience points to your human side or to your mythological side. You can recover an ability that you've burned out. You can investigate or work the case. And in working the case, you can ask me any 3 questions you want about the mystery. Or you can prepare for the next activity by just creating advantages for yourself that you can use next time. You guys know how that works. It's change the game. You basically, that one is like in lieu of doing anything else, you're considered to have critted for change the game. So do you guys want to do a downtime? Do you want to rest? Or do you want to go do something else?
Yeah, I think we're good to do a downtime, and then we'll check out Rusty's bar after that.
Okay. So you guys go. Just out of curiosity, you guys. Well, I guess you guys all go back to your various ways because that means we'll just do Rusty's bar, maybe like another day. We'll do it a day or two from now. I'm not going to be strict to the timeline on this. But as we do this, I'm going to roll for each of you and see how you want to spend your downtime, and then I'll walk you through it. Reed, I picked you. Do you want to? How do you want to spend your downtime? Do you want to recover from, having an arm broken, or did you want to do something else?
Is that like mutually exclusive with doing other things, or?
Recovering, I would let you recover from all of your statuses if you just laid low for that time. I would get rid of your being watched by police and also your arm injury.
Okay.
But that would be exclusive to everything else.
Okay. What if I just want to get rid of the arm injury?
It's still recovering from the last activity. You don't split the difference. You pick a thing that you want to do.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'm gonna recover.
Okay. Where do you go during the day?
I mean, I've basically got my office. That's
Thank you.
everything that I have is my office.
Okay. You go to your office. What do you do in your downtime? Do you just like listen to the radio, watch TV, play video games, online canasta?
I would imagine probably low sort of impact paperwork. Going through filing for permits and stuff that I need. Maybe going through and closing cases that have already been closed and putting away the papers and stuff.
You wanted to put busman's holiday is basically your rest, your long rest.
Yeah.
I love this. Thanks for following Mistakes in Gaming. Um, so yeah, you do this, you recover, you rest. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to you in just a moment because I got an idea. But in the meantime, as you resting, as you're sighing and doing paperwork, you're going through papers. Someone else is also putting things away, sorting things out. Uh, Jade Tamsin, how are you spending your downtime? Do you see the list of activities and do you have any questions about it?
Let me go to it, and I will see. Oh, activities. Oh, is that on the roll 20?
It's on
Yeah.
the Roll20 montage downtime. I'm just going to read some of them just for the benefit of the audience. You can give
Okay.
attention to your logos or mythos and basically give experience points to one of them by explaining what you do to feed that part of your identity. You can work the case and tell me how you would find more information, and if I accept it, you can ask me 3 questions about the story. You can prepare for your next activity by just building up resources using the game's changing the game mechanics, or you can recover and heal.
Hmm. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Well, I was thinking that I would probably. Mm,
Do you want me to give you some time?
Well, I'm kind of wanting to maybe like work the case and maybe do a little bit of research while I can as I'm going about my normal day job, I guess I could say.
Okay, we could do
Um
that. I wouldn't give you experience for your day job if you're working the case, but I can give you the clues.
yeah. I'm just wanting to try to research, see if I could find as much information as possible on the person that committed suicide. Just to
Okay.
find out if there is anything more information about him, both maybe on like the oh my god, on the legit way of like his business, what he's willing to give out, and see if I can find anything through other channels, maybe with additional of my additional contacts, past contacts, if there's anything like on the dirty side of it.
Okay, okay.
Just that might
Um,
kind of help us with this.
all right, 1 second. Um, um, so you want to do so you reach out to your other contacts, you reach out, do a little snooping and digging, uh, and you do this. I'm gonna filter this through what you know, through like a word of friend of a friend, and through what you can Google yourself.
Mhm.
Um, and also, there's a puppy. Hello, the puppy. Um, this is an adorable dog, and the stream is now about the dog. Um, so Jade, you get 3 clues. So I want you to ask me 3 questions, and they can be anything. Like they could be like, who is the most villainous person in this, and how to, what's the social security number. But you can ask anything you
Okay.
want, but the answer is going to be filtered through what I feel you would get from this from your contacts. And I won't screw you over. I won't be like, oh, you find nothing.
Mhm. Um, I suppose it would be along the lines of how long. What was his name? Was it? I have Sam in the brains. Is that
Sam
his
Saddle,
name?
yes.
Sam. Okay.
Mhm.
How long Sam has sort of been in financial trouble? Um,
Okay.
and if there
Let's go
was.
with let's go with one at a time, and then
Oh,
that way
okay.
maybe the answer will shape what your next question will
Okay.
be.
Okay. Sure.
Your you're going through and you're asking how long Sam Saddle had been in financial trouble. And what you learn from people is Sam was a really nice guy. He actually wasn't in financial trouble for a while. He seemed okay. In fact, he was giving people regular discounts. He was running a nice store. And then he thought he could use a little bit of a boost. Or yeah, that's what he said. Is he wanted to one day he said he wanted to see if he could do a little bit more with his store, go a little bit higher. He was really excited about this one day out of nowhere. And a few months later, he seemed to stop giving discounts, stop helping people, and it became very obvious that he was tense about his business. It went on for a few months. It started suddenly, and then just deteriorated over months before he. Well, somebody even you even heard a rumor that he sold his wedding ring to a certain pawnbroker nearby. All right, you can give me another question if you like.
All right. Let's see what we can find out about the ownership of Rusty's Bar.
Um, Rusty's Bar. Rusty's Bar. You want to know who owns it? That is a great question. By the way, Mistakes in Gaming, are you who I think you are? I think you are. Um, what was it? Yeah. Mistakes in Gaming is played previously the City Coroner mixed with Victor Frankenstein, and now plays a recovering addict and Raccoon City from Resident Evil. So I have two people playing cities. Mistakes. Reed is playing the city from City of Mist. So,
Mhm.
um, Rusty's Bar is, it's hard. Rusty's Bar is owned by Rusty. That's the deal. It's uh, pretty straightforward. But what they would tell you was that people tend to stay. Your contacts would tell you that they tend to stay away from it. It's everybody knows it's an unpleasant place, and they say that a lot of unsavory sorts show up there all the time. In fact, it seems like their go-to spot. That's what I can give you.
Hmm.
Rusty's Bar is owned by Rusty.
Well,
You got one more
that's
question.
yeah. Hmm. Okay. Doop 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 doo. Um.
I
Is
like to imagine this whole montage of you just like talking to different people at their houses while you're organizing and cleaning and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Houses are having work done and talking to the other trades guys. You
Hmm.
know, um,
Hmm.
just the people that own these houses, like they would never talk to us. So we gotta stick together. We gotta look out for each
Hmm.
other. Um, what do I know about the status of the cops in the area here in terms of actually hiding what's really happening? Like, down how far does this go?
I love this question. Um,
I'm nosy as fuck, man.
so what did the police repeat the question for me one more time to make sure that I'm really answering what you want to know?
Okay. Uh, how far in slash deep is the corruption with the local police in terms of covering up shit like this? Is there
Okay.
essentially a link back around to
I
Mr.
apologize for
Sweet
asking you to repeat yourself.
Sweet Lips? have learned to have to be very exact in what I'm trying to say because I know certain people that will pick up on that. Oh, can you grab me that pen? Yes, I can. And then they just don't hand it to me. So,
Your question is, I will say this, your question is multi-pronged. So
mhm.
I'm going so that instead of letting you bake multiple questions into
Mhm.
one thing, I'm going to answer the overall gist of it. Um, any of your contacts would ask who Honeylips is, rhetorically. Um, but they would also say that, well, everybody knows the police in this city can't be trusted. The police in this city can be bought and sold and are uh, like the cops anywhere, but with a little lower standards. But the um, police in that area basically never show up. If they do show up, it's to uh, they never show up to help. They always just sort of show up to tape off a scene to keep people out. Um, it's like they almost don't care about the crimes happening in there. It is suspicious in those ways that you can't really that no one would really be able to look into. They just know to not don't go in that area alone. Is kind of the advice at this point. Um, so that's what I can give you.
Why are you smiling like that, Reed?
He's having fun in the chat with his city buddy.
Oh, oh, oh.
Tammy, those are your three questions. Um, sorry, that's what I can give you. I I want to help. You wouldn't have context that would know uh if that wouldn't know specifically if the police were corrupted in such a way that Honeylips was pulling the strings. Um, Allie, it's your downtime.
I would like to give attention to my mythos.
How would you do that, my friend?
So I want to give attention to uh, a simple needle,
Mm-hmm.
and the question specifically associated with that is how do I go beyond the limits of my power?
Mm-hmm.
And so while I am in the home, take so
What just
sorry.
happened?
She just came up and barked at me, but like in a way that made me laugh really hard. I'm sorry. Um, she just like stuck her. You can like kind of see her face, right? She just looked straight in the camera and just. Anyway, uh. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Uh, so while I'm in the home playing with the children,
Mhm.
nobody else would know any better. They would think that I'm just really good at puppetry.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Um,
no.
but I pull out like a bunch of pre-made dolls from my bag
Mm-hmm.
and I practice just one at a time. Like poking my finger with my needle and then like sewing a little just a little, not even like anything major, just like a little, like knot or
Mm-hmm.
something onto them, maybe a French knot, onto each of them. And then as they go one at a time, I see how many I can get moving at any given moment and how many I can sustain all at once. Um,
I like
so,
this.
so, it's over the next however long we're telling stories and having fun and whatever, and that's how I'm practicing basically. Is it just looks like I'm really good at like close up magic and playing pretend, but
I love this. Which of your themes are you giving experience to?
a simple needle.
Simple needle. Okay, perfect, perfect. That is creepy as hell. You also get, according to this, one clue. Um, with a method and source based on your description.
Okay.
Um, I guess I'll give you one clue. So if you want to take a clue based on your needlework and manipulation of people, if you want to come up with an idea of how you get a question.
Okay. Um I would say, hmm, maybe one of the things that I would practice after the kids go to bed is to see how far I can push a single construct and basically create like a small winged, maybe butterfly, and see
Mhm.
how far out I can go and if I can send it out toward Rusty's bar or in that
Oh, no.
general area to see what I can, because I can look through their eyes. So to see what I can, how far I can get, how much I can see, and if I see anything that looks particularly noteworthy. Does that
I need you to define
touch it?
noteworthy. I need you to find noteworthy. I can't go into the potpourri
Okay,
bag of clues and give you one.
fair enough.
It's an incredible font.
If I see if I see anyone who gives off like a mythos type of vibe,
You want to know if there's someone at Rusty's bar that seems to have a mythos.
like a mm,
That's a
you know what,
fair
let's
question. I'm just asking to confirm.
yes, that is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Um, you would see in one of your days, most of the people there don't, but you would see a number of enforcers from the Falzoni family coming and going, and a number of Falzoni enforcers coming and going. They each have the golden look in their eyes from whatever strength that they have. You'd also see at one point a woman leaving the bar, tall, powerful, muscle-bound woman with, as far as you can see, light blue skin and rows of teeth when she grins, heading out to an unknown location. She seems to go there a lot. It's I think it's weird, the game mechanics of this, because I think it's very common for D&D players to be like, I roll a perception check. DM, dump your clues all over me. But this one's like you have to actually think of like what the clues, what the questions are, and what you're looking for and stuff like that. It's very
Just
different.
empty the goodie bag. Just
Yeah. There's an exposition for you and a character arc for you. So you get I'm reducing your armor class, which is why you should be grateful that there is no armor class. Um it You guys can reconvene after this. Uh MC, you're feeling a hell of a lot better. Your friends have done some research. It is you guys meet once again at the office. It is a couple days later. Again, I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna do any timeline fuckery like, oh, you didn't solve this in 12 days or something like that. So I'm just gonna play loose with the time. But you meet a couple days later, and yeah, it's time to discuss where to go and what to do. Are you going to Rusty's? Or are you going somewhere else? There are a few locations I can think of. I mentioned before, I call it reverse pyramid. The actual term in the book is iceberg, which makes so much more sense. But with each new set of clues, there's a new set of locations you could want to go to. Obviously, you guys have Rusty's Bar, but there's a few other places that I've hinted at. And maybe some places you haven't thought of yet. So, where do you want to go?
As a private eye, is
Mhm.
it reasonable that I could have access to a firearm?
Yes.
Because, I'd take out my 38 special if I can.
I will let you do that now because we're learning, but for future reference, this would be what to prepare for the next activity is getting a firearm or something like that. So I will let you do this. I'm sorry, the getting the beat up took a lot out of you. But I will let you have a firearm with one shot in it. And unless you have it on your character sheet, because you could have on your character sheet that you just have a weapon. Um, that's a possession, but that's not what's chosen here. But I'll give this to you for right now because I don't want to screw you over.
Okay.
Um, So you have this. Where do you guys want to go? Is it Rusty's bar? Is it somewhere else?
I think Rusty's bar still makes the most sense.
You sound a little quiet. What was that?
I still think Rusty's bar makes the most sense,
Mm-hmm.
personally. But I did have a question for you really quickly.
Hit me.
Last session, I burned out one of my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get that back?
No, because the montage said you could spend time recovering a burned out ability, and that was.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why I didn't read that. That's my bad. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm
I
so
got more.
sorry. I didn't mean to like.
I
I didn't
got
mean to
more.
like.
I got
burn-
others. You're
I
good.
didn't want to.
Does
You guys
that
want to take another
change?
downtime? Just take a week off.
I mean, does that change anything since I used that ability to get my clues?
No, that's fine. It's just that you won't be able to invoke it now for a power tag.
Okay. Okay. That's fine then. I don't. That's fine.
I feel like an ass.
No, you're good.
Um.
We're learning.
So you guys, Rusty's bar.
Yep, I think so.
Tammy, how you feeling? All right.
It's
You
really the only
guys-
place we have any further knowledge about at the moment. So
Well, I mean, Tammy did ask about the police. You could ask the police about the police.
that seems
I'm
like
not
a
saying
yeah.
that's.
You
I'm not
guys are
saying
all
that's-
crooked, right?
Hi, are you corrupt?
Why do you ask?
It's for a bet.
Oh, buddy, you just got $10. I really want this police character now in the game.
Just the most earnest corrupt cop.
You guys get to Rusty's bar. It is kind of a cheaper place. It smells like spilled beer, and the wallpaper is cheap. It's a bit of a not a great place. It sort of has a vibe of like a saloon almost. You notice a few people that are clearly up to no good watching you as you walk in, leering at you, and you see this person at the bar, bright red hair and black shirt, just scrubbing away at the counter. The three of you come in. I'm going to switch maps. I don't know if the audience will see it. But I'm going to switch maps to Rusty's bar.
Do you
This
want me to
matters
bring
very
up
little.
no?
No, it's up to you. You look at it. You tell me, because it's City of Mist is mostly theater of the mind. All of the maps are like almost just like props more than actual tracking things. I don't think there's any mechanic in City of Mist that relies on positioning. You guys come in and the bartender looks at you and goes, "Well, hi there. What do you want? You want to drink a beer, drink a whiskey? You want to just sit around and think about your life a little bit? I can get you some water if you want that."
Whiskey, straight up.
All right.
Make that
All right.
two.
I'll take a
One
gin and
whiskey coming
tonic.
right. What's that? Gin and whiskey, gin and tonic. All right, I'll come up.
Yes.
Coming right up for that. All right, I got that for you. And he just goes and starts pouring these drinks. You guys are looking around. It's anybody's action. What you want to do here? I'm just going to keep things going in the scene, but you guys, as always, can cut me off with your brilliance, cleverness, and deviousness. But he's just gonna say, "So, what brings y'all here? I don't normally get a lot of familiar faces, but you seem new."
We was just in the neighborhood.
You were just in the neighborhood. All right. Well,
we-
that's the.
It's been a long day.
All right,
Long
three
fucking
just going
week.
through. Oh dear, sorry to hear that. What is it? Job troubles, marital troubles, financial troubles, social injustice? What do you got? Hit me. I've heard it all.
All of the above.
He looks you up and down and goes, "Sorry to hear that. Whiskey, gin and tonic. All right. Serves it out. Goes, you need snacks, anything? Pretzels, nuts, bread?
Just the drinks.
Yeah, that's great.
Just the drinks. You guys are
What
in
is your
here.
name? And
Oh,
I'll put my
Rusty.
hand- Oh, Rusty. Oh, so this is your place.
Sure is. Bought it
Nice.
myself, own it myself, and struggling with incredible financial debt myself. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm assuming he doesn't have any mythos about him.
Um, and no, he doesn't seem to have any vibe of mythos about him.
Truth be told, Rusty, can you keep a secret?
I can keep several.
Well, wonderful. I'm actually here on a bit of a missed connection. See, I saw this beautiful woman in here last week, and
Mhm.
I didn't get her name. I don't know anything about her, but I would love to introduce myself if she seems like the type of person who I would go for. I was hoping you could maybe give me a little bit of information about her so that I can kind of. It seemed like maybe she knew her way around, so I thought
I want you to roll an
I do.
investigate roll, and I want you to tell me what skills you're using to make this happen.
I would love to use "Can't Lie to Me,"
Okay.
and I would love to use "I Know What You Want."
You know what?
I know what you want.
Why would that apply here?
You're right. That's not good. Could I? No, avoid suspicion wouldn't work here either, right? Just one then, I guess.
That's fine. Yeah. All right, go for it.
Actually,
Arcane.
could I use self-reliance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So you said investigate?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I did.
You do this. You are able to ask 2 questions this way. So what do you start asking about this? You want to know about this one? What are you asking about specifically?
So I described the woman I saw who had the shark vibes about her.
You
She
describe her in
just
mythological terms?
no, mm-mm.
Okay,
Just
so
about her height,
mhm,
kind of her body type. I stay away from things like skin color or hair color or anything that would have been kind of
mhm.
obviously not blend in, but just the most basic descriptions. She had an air of power about her, that kind of stuff. And then just say, I mean, she seemed like someone who was really successful. Was she really? Does she do okay? I mean, when she comes in, is she opening a tab or is she getting a water? You know what I'm saying?
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that'd be Delia. She comes in from time to time. She has some friends that she knows here, and I mean, she's a good customer, same as anybody else. Now, I just gotta ask you, just out of curiosity, just my little uh nosy nose, I suppose. Uh, are you uh are you really interested in her for romantical purposes?"
I mean, obviously, I don't know her, so that's why I'm trying to kind of follow up here, but she definitely looked like my type. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Well, tell you what, Rusty can be trusted. So if you ever want to tell me why you're really looking for her, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, got any other questions?
I mean, you're
I'm using a move from Rusty right now because they have their own moves as well. All of the NPCs have their own moves. And his is that every time you ask a question, he gets to answer a question as well, or he gets to ask a question as well. And he can suss out generally what the honest answer is, even if you don't want to give it.
Ben was really hoping that I would interact with this character so he could ask questions to my questions.
Well, I didn't plan for it to play out that way, but here we are.
It's my go-to move.
Mhm.
Um, well, your your lack of faith kind of makes me nervous. I mean, is there any other reason someone would be looking for her? Does she get into trouble?
Well, everybody gets into trouble. And this around here, these parts, everybody knows everybody. And, you know, honestly, I think that anything that she get in trouble in is not something that I would really want to talk about. Um, because I think that that would be, well, she's got a little bit of a short temper, and I think that might be a little bit of a danger for me.
I
But
see.
yeah, it's okay. It's fine. But is that the kind of trouble that you're looking for, or are you trying to stay away from?
Well, I mean, I like a little trouble. That sounds like maybe a little more than I'm looking for.
I'm sure you're a dangerous type. Um,
I get that all the time. I mean, and then I like gesture to my like you know coat and hair and my glasses. Like I look like a maybe slightly bolder librarian. Like
mhm.
not particularly.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, and if you want me to go get her, I can probably give her a ring. I'm sure she left her number around here somewhere.
Well, I mean, it sounds like she's a little more in trouble than I'm looking for, but I mean, you seem like you do pretty well for yourself.
Shucks, ma'am, I keep this bar going. I more than happy to do so. Happy to get to meet people like you.
Oh, thank. Yeah,
Absolutely.
don't bother passing along my number or anything like that to her. It sounds like she's not my type after all. I mean, pretty
Sorry
to
to
look
hear
at,
that.
but
If I can ask, what is your type? Ali said Tammy's mom says you're a little
yeah.
faint tonight.
Sorry. I
Mhm.
don't know how to be loud without being bubbly or angry. I've got
Be bubbly, but yeah, you are fading out a little bit from time to
okay.
time. Um,
Um, well, my type, I like them kind of strong and silent, serious and successful, a little mysterious. She seemed like maybe that when I saw her walk in here the other day, but eh, I don't really go for the hot temper. You know what I mean?
no, you were here the other day.
Oh, I saw her from the street. She was just walking inside.
Okay.
I was too
Uh,
nervous to follow her in, but I figured while we're in the area, I'd come by and see if I could learn a little bit about her, see if it's worth, dropping by again and trying to catch her this time.
oh, that's fair. It's a little weird because your friend he points to MC because never mind. I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, I just
My friend?
I'll oh don't worry about it. But
What's wrong with my
yeah.
friend?
No, he's fine. He's
I
fine.
mean,
He was just
go ahead.
no. He was just talking about coming and checking in here, not really being around here all the time. So I just thought that it was weird that you were
Oh,
here looking at her
well,
before. That's all.
we work in very different industries. I mean, we've
Oh
got
really?
very
Where do you
different
work?
day jobs. Oh, I work for a family on the upper side of the city.
Fair enough. You know what? I've taken too much of your time, and you say you like people that are like quiet, strong, and successful, and I can take a hint. So I'm going to take a break here. But if you have any other questions or anything, you let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate the help.
Anything for the other two of you?
Just the drink. How
It's a
much for
drink.
the billiards table?
You
So,
know what? It just keeps people in here, keeps people drinking. So you just have fun with it. Um, and his Ben doesn't know how much it costs for a game of billiards at a bar because he's never ever unwound at a bar more than once. No, once in my life I have. And I didn't even know that they cost anything until you asked that. Um, do either of you want to do anything else?
uh, I'm going to rack up a frame.
All right. Excellent. Um, so, Tammy, what do you want to do? You muted.
Yep. Jade's just gonna watch MC do his thing. She has absolutely no interest to join in or even ask what the hell is going on, but it's something that's moving, so it's got her attention right now. Um, as I'm also just maybe keeping an eye out on who comes in the bar and just basically their actions to see if they're worth watching or not. When it's nothing important, I go right back to watching MC play with his balls.
Okay. Um, After a little while you guys are in the bar, this man sort of walks in, and when he walks in, um, Jade, you notice this first, as you're the one sort of idly looking around. He's this sort of tall, thin man that looks almost like John Waters type, with a fedora and a pinstripe suit and this long, thin mustache. And he walks in. Uh, Rusty goes, "Hey there, sir!" And a bunch of the other people at the bar sort of turn and, or then the other people drink and turn and look at him and sort of like raise their glasses like almost a half salute, and he sort of tips his hat and goes, "Evening." He goes, "I'll have my usual. I'll have my usual, Rusty." And Rusty goes, "All right, you are, sir." As he turns and walks towards the back room.
I'll throw one of those little duster pull cue thing at MC to make sure to get his head out of the balls and just be aware what's happening there.
This is incredible. MC, you are hit. Your head is out of the balls.
Uh,
So it's anybody's action. What you guys want to do right now?
Where does Rusty go when you say he's going to the back? Is he going?
No, this guy says he's going to the back, and he just walks around the side. There's like a room in the back that you guys haven't been to yet. Like, yeah,
mm.
Okay.
like there's
So-
like the main hall and then like a more private area.
Okay, so he's going to the champagne room then.
I don't know
Such is
bars.
it.
I just know that's a song.
That's not normal for bars.
If you
Not a
tried to-
bar.
If you do anything where the punchline is verisimilitude in a bar, I'm going to fail you. We're going to lose our viewership.
Okay, so we're also learning Ben doesn't know a lot about strip clubs.
No, I don't. Everything I know about strip clubs is the argument between second wave and third wave feminism. That is it.
Oh, Ben.
It's true. Last time I was in a bar was when I went to the Dungeons and Dragons Waterdeep promotional event, and they had a room that was designed like the Yawning Portal, and now I have the souvenir cup, and that's it. That's what I know about bars.
Yes, that's where the D&D nerds all hang out.
You know what? All the secrets are at the local arcade at the mall. You guys want to go there for clues? That's where the clues are now. They're at the
Oh, cool.
arcade.
Yeah.
What's an
They're at the
arcade?
coffee shop with the poetry club. They're at the Chinese food restaurant. There we go. So, what do you guys want to do here?
How many people are in the area?
There's the bartender Rusty, and here there's about maybe 8 people. You 4 of them probably be immediately. You can immediately ping as part of whatever's happening. The Falzoni family. The others may or may not, but you can't really tell. The man in the suit went to the back room. He was accompanied by 2 or 3 people, and you haven't seen him since.
From what I can sense, is there a lot more to this building that is not visible here? Or is it basically like a little sitting room or like VIP lounge?
I'm gonna need an investigation check, and then I'm gonna come back to you and confirm what your question is.
Okay.
You're asking in the sense of like, as far as you can tell, as the city, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I wanted to verify that this is like a legit thing that should be an investigation roll.
Okay. Could I use, assuming that this is something that he goes through regularly, goes in there, as it seems, would that work under routine of the city,
Absolutely.
as well as always sense the city?
I don't. You know what? Sure. Yeah. How dare you?
Just for my immediate, knowledge of the area around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this is including something it shouldn't be. Hang on a sec.
You can reset it and go again.
Yeah, there we go.
You want me to help you?
No, I got it.
You got a 9. You got
Yep.
2 successes. If we go to the battle screen, will the audience be able to see the
We're-
things now?
Yeah, we're already there.
We're already on the. Oh wow. Okay. The audience. This is nice. I'm looking at it. Hey. Um. Sorry, I have my camera, so I thought that I was looking straight at the audience because I can see the screen, but that's not how any physics works. So you got 2 successes. So tapping into your knowledge of the city, I want you to double check the. So what 2 questions do you want to know specifically? You want to know sort of what the general layout of this building is,
Yes.
in a sense of like, okay, decent. Do you see what he just did? Decent knows what I'm talking about. Mistakes. All right. I call him Decent because of his nickname on Discord. Mistakes. You close in your mind and think about this city and feel all of it. You are so connected with the city that, considering the size and shape of a building, feels something akin to a mindfulness exercise of like just examining your own spirit and state of being. And as you think about this, you think about this building, the large open main area, the bar where Rusty's working, the back room, the kitchen, and the downstairs. But the thing is, it almost feels like a tick, almost feels like a itch in your body as you practice this mindfulness, because as you feel the awareness of the downstairs there, it actually goes outside of what's marked for this building, what's designated for here. It's an illegal area, an unrecorded area. You know that much, and you know it's attached to the back room here. You have a second question?
Are there any other entrances to that area?
That area?
Yeah.
I would say yes. There would be an entrance that goes out into a back alley below that is unmarked. That would be what you know. And then there is the way up here from this main room.
Okay.
I hate your character. I hate your character because mistakes because everyone, the point of this mystery game is like everyone's going to solve at different paces. They're going to get stuck on different things and they're going to solve different things. But like, I think Mistakes Group may have gotten like some more clues than you guys did at the opening part, but then like over here, they were just like stuck trying to prove whether there was another room for like half an hour. And you're just like, is there a room? Yeah. You're just like, God damn it. Those are your 2 questions. It's anybody's action what you guys want to do. But until there's some major reveals, a lot of City of Mist is going to wait on you guys to push things forward instead of other things, because the villains are more than happy to keep the status quo in this game.
I'm going to just mention sort of sotto voce to the other 2.
You don't know what that word means.
Below, like low voice, so it can't be overheard, or
You couldn't say whisper?
Well, it's not really whispering. It's like here we got over here.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, I apologize. So you sotto voce them. What do you say?
Looks like there's a second. There's a basement area here. Access from the back.
Well, I wonder if it's time for a cigarette. Go outside and have a smoke in the back alley and just nose around, maybe.
More than welcome to.
I mean, if you do, which by all means, just know that Delia, this Delia character, who I think I mentioned at some point, is a little fishy, if you will. Um, I have it on good authority that she's got a bit of a temper, so just be careful.
Just going out for a cigarette.
So,
I'll pat my coat, and on my way out, I'll ask, "Is Rusty still behind the bar, or is someone
yeah, he's still
getting?"
behind the bar. He,
Um,
he's filling one bottle with a strange liquid from another bottle. He is keeping busy and being visually engaging.
I am just gonna ask him if he happens to have a spare smoke.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah. I got something. Yeah, here you go." And he hands you a cigarette. He goes, "I hope it's okay. I keep 'em in my pocket. I keep them loose. But hopefully it's not a problem."
Mm,
Uh,
they tend to taste better that way. Thanks.
oh,
Here,
okay.
take my lighter.
Mm, right.
Can I create a tag for her?
Sure. What are you gonna do? You can change the game.
Yeah, I'd like to change the game. I want to create just a little noise making mimic, for lack of a better word, little construct, I suppose.
Mhm.
Um, just something that'll kind of run around and look kind of like a rodent of some kind, and
You want
make
to
a
like a
loud,
a
a
distracting
little,
rodent?
just a distraction. Yeah, I want to make her
Okay,
a
roll.
little quiz.
Okay, so real button-eyed mimic.
Okay,
Do you
but
need
not
anything else?
mimics. Mm, no, I don't
Yes.
think so. I think that's plenty.
All
Unless, I
right,
mean,
go.
avoid suspicion is for me to avoid suspicion, right?
Is it a logos or mythos?
It's a mythos.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'd be okay with that.
Okay. I
You're literally
will.
trying to make something to help her avoid suspicion. Like that is fundamentally what it is.
All right.
Pile it
So
on.
change the game. Not bad.
You got a great success. So the audience can see the math on this right now.
Yep.
Can Rusty do tricks? Can Rusty do cigarette tricks? Is that what you're asking? Or bottle tricks? I think that Rusty can do like one or two things from Roadhouse, like the most basic bottle spinning. And then if he does the third one, he breaks a bottle, and that's why he doesn't do it that often. Um, you can change the game. So Allie, do you want to? You can create a story tag uh, for um, for Tammy to hold on to, for Jade to hold on to. Um, do you want to scale up the effect, make it ongoing, which would basically mean that she can use it over and over again?
Yeah,
You
I
can
think.
hide
Oh, go ahead.
the effects so that it's like discreet enough that people can't find it, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I would love to actually hide it so that it's not obvious until she needs it to be obvious.
Okay. So she gives you this little stitched. She stitches together in a moment this little mini, uh, sewn mouse. Uh, Tail wiggles a little bit. Its button eyes sort of tilt as it looks at you. Congratulations, you have a mouse. Where do you want to keep it?
Uh,
It sounds like I'm setting up a dirty joke, but I'm just honestly kind of curious where one keeps an almost alive mouse.
I would say, because it's kind of like sewn, can it have like a little loop, let's say, and that I'll just kind of hook it on, let's say, the zipper of my leather coat,
Yeah, let's give him a
which
Okay.
penguin
will
style
be
tail.
oh
If
Yeah.
Ben will allow it.
So yeah, it's just dangling off
okay.
the inside of your jacket.
Yep,
This is
just off one of the
wonderful.
zippers, just in case, where I can just kind of go do a little fling if I need to drop it. Is that kind of how I'd have to use it?
That's
Okay.
fine. You know, if we were Critical Role, this would already be merchandise right now. Everyone would have it in, and everybody would have their own little dingle rat. Um, and so, um, so what was I going to say? So you're going outside, and you're going to try and I'm sorry, I read something in the chat. You're going to go outside. Are you going to try and get into the back room this way?
I'm just gonna go and actually be taking a look.
Um, taking a look in the alley or in the back room?
in the alley to see if I can get into the back room, if there is a back door for the kitchen, if I can find a way to get myself in there. Uh, what I'll actually even do is I will pick up my phone. I'll have my cell phone and I'm actually just going to call myself on my voicemail and I'll pretend that I'm having like a conversation, kind of an argument. If I find that there's anybody that might be within hearing distance, so that I can just kind of pace back and forth while having my cigarette in the alley, but I'm actually like scanning and seeing what's going on here, where I could possibly get in if needed, if
I
it's
I,
safe.
I like this. I want you to roll. Let me double check here. Um, I want you to roll sneak around, and I want you to tell me which skills you're using for this to actually um look around there without being like seen as a snoop or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Where am I seeing sneak around?
Oh, that's one of the moves you could do, like change the game or whatever. It's
Oh,
on.
that one. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Whoop.
Oh, sorry, I reset something on your page. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I was in the process of taking off check marks too.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I think I'm going to use my professional snoop. Uh, and
Yeah, that works.
absolute nosiness.
Mm. Mm-mm. I don't like this.
I do.
Okay, so if you're using absolute nosiness, so you're using your magic to help you with that then. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
alright. Um, okay, go ahead, roll that.
Okay. Would that be investigate then, or?
Yeah, roll
Or the
sneak
sneak
around.
around.
Sneak
The
around.
sneak around. Yeah, I just noticed it. Sorry.
Hmm.
There it is. So a great success with a 10. Power 2.
Everyone that should fall for it falls for it. So you go around, you look. Maybe there's like someone that comes out of the back of the door out there that seems like some enforcer type, like the one you saw before. You know what? You got a 10. You basically got as close to a crit as your character can do right now. I'm gonna say that one of the people, the woman that you guys saw out at the alley before, is gonna come out there, smoke a cigarette, just I fucking hate my job. She's gonna turn and look at you, but it's like it's dark, it's at night, you're using your snooping magics and stuff, and you're good at like being discreet and like she doesn't really think about it, so she just sort of looks at you and just goes, "Hey," and just sort of turns and like throws the cigarette, uh, steps it out, and then just pulls open the door and goes back in. There's no, but to answer your question with your sneakiness, there's nobody out here right now. The door out over there is also unlocked. This blends in so perfectly that like nobody would recognize this as like part of the other building or anything if you didn't know it. And you can get in there, but there's almost definitely at least plus one person in there that you would not be able to sneak around, you know, because they'd be in the room with the door you opened. Unless you had some sort of change the game that was really fantastic.
Nope, I think I'm gonna just make as if I am supposed to be coming in through this door.
Hmm.
Um, and I am going to sort of look around as if I am turned around. And then the moment that I am confronted by somebody who's kind of like shooing me and turning me back into the right direction, like I got turned around looking for the bathroom kind of thing, I had a one too many drinks kind of thing, I will just kind of flick the little thing off of my coat and let the little mousey do its business.
This is to create a distraction to get you into the back room down there, or to. Sorry,
Well, just
I love the description, but I love the description, but got a little lost as to what the exact action is with the end game in mind. Um,
I follow back inside after she shuts the door. I'm gonna follow her in, as
Mhm.
if I am meant to be here. And I'm just going
Okay.
to walk in with
Mhm.
the intention to go and see if this back room I can listen. But
Okay.
the moment that someone confronts me and says that I'm not supposed to be there, that's where I'll abandon that, but I will leave the mouse and then I'll take off.
So you're leaving the mouse here if that works.
If somebody does come up to me and says, "Hey, you're not supposed to be back here."
I want you to roll a sneak one more time with the because I don't think absolute nosiness goes into this. You're not investigating, you're trying to get into a spot. So I want you to roll a sneak around with the skills for trying to go into a place and sort of be underestimated and not like in trouble for doing so. Do you know what I mean?
So then do I just leave the professional snoop there?
You get professional snoop, and yeah, anything else basically, you could almost use deflect and dazzle if you
Yeah, I
wanted to
was
just yeah,
I was kind of wondering if I could do that. Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
intent of like basically sort of charming them into not overthinking the fact that you wandered in here.
Mhm. Then in that case, well, could I throw in a little bit of hypnotic charms with that?
Are you trying to hypnotize them?
Well, just to help have them believe me. Like, why would I be sneaking about? I'm supposed to be here, you know? Mm, 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 mm.
No, no, I'm not giving you that one
God
unless
damn
you.
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, that's
The
fine.
eyelashes.
Go for that. Go for that.
Roll for eyelashes. Okay, so deflect and dazzle, and then professional snoop. So here's another sneak around, and that is a miss with a 6.
You go in and you have your magics and you've got your rat to like distract them and everything. Uh, and you open the door. You have your whole persona down of like you have your whole persona down of like, okay, I'm gonna go in, you know, make that use suggestible magic to make them open to the idea that I accidentally found my way in here. I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna walk out. I'll get a 5-second glimpse of this place, I'll report it back. You open the door and you just like walk casual. Honestly, to your credit, you pull it off perfectly. But when you come in, it's this large it's this large private dining area, and I will tell you, the mouse should distract from what the mouse is just going to be a large squeaky mouse that's going to get people to look at it. I think is the idea. Um,
That's
I
just a
like
girl with her pet mouse.
Tammy's mom seeking clarification just also reads as wonderful shade. Like, um, you go in. I'm going to give you some information, Tammy, because it's going to play in directly into how you fail. Because when you go in there, you see lots of stacks of money on the table. You see guns on the shelves. You see, I'm going to give you a full picture of what you see. We're switching maps.
Oh,
You see an office of where all of the enforcers and everything just sort of have their weapons out. The music's playing. Um, and as you walk in, however unassuming and decrepit the door looked in the alleyway on the outside, this is one of the finest buildings you've been in a long time, and I will remind you what your job is as you come into this room. And you come in, and you see this the guy, the thin man, turn around. Sort of when you open the door, he wheels around and looks at you, and sort of like runs his finger across the his mustache and goes, "Hey, Stacy, do you know our new friend? Did you want to introduce us?" And before you can like even, and you go to turn around, and immediately you feel a hand on your shoulder, and and you see the woman that you guys fought before, and she goes, "You know, Honey Lips, I think I would like to introduce you. Problem is, I don't think I really got your name before. Want to talk?"
there is a dining room here. People weren't holding out on us. We just have to sit in the bar. Sorry, I got lost coming back from the loo.
You say this, and she goes, "No." She goes, "No, I don't think that that's true. I think that you might be a little bit of a little bit full of shit, actually." And she's gonna walk over and she's gonna very casually close the door and lean against it. Go. "So, Honey Lips, you want to know something funny?" And Honey Lips goes, "I like funny." And she goes, "So, remember the other day I told you that a couple of people were snooping around and happened to run into us? And you asked me if they were going to be a problem? I wasn't sure, right? Remember that?" And he goes, "Yeah, I remember that." She goes, "See, the reason I said I wasn't sure was because I didn't know if they found us by accident or if they were going to back off or if they were looking into something they shouldn't be looking into. But it seems like we have our answer here, don't we? I still didn't get your name, miss."
Don't know if you really want to be eaten here. I just saw a rat run right by, and then I'll fling the rat down so that it can start causing havoc. And I'm gonna grab my cell phone.
Hmm?
I want to invoke my social media. I want to take
No,
pictures of this.
before you tell me what you do, I need to know what move you're going to do on the list so I know how to see it. Because I want to accommodate you, but I want to make sure that I'm receiving what you're saying in the right frame. Like, so what move are you doing?
Oh,
Sorry, I got excited.
I don't like these official termed moves
I'm
because I feel
sorry.
very restricted because I can never find them when I fucking need them.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Well, let me ask. Okay, you know what? Let's do this one then. I'll help you out.
Okay.
You tell me what you want to do in your cinematic terms, and I will translate
Yes.
it into the boost for you.
Okay.
I apologize. Go.
So I want to release the Kraken mouse.
Okay,
I
release
want
the
to
Kraken
grab
mouse.
my phone so
That's the
that
name of
I
the episode.
can take pictures of the quote unquote mouse, take pictures of the people that are in here because I'm going to be going like this. So they'll be kind of getting a picture of everything. But I'm also wanting to cause chaos with my magic potentially. Um, and so that I can take advantage of this potential distraction to get the fuck out.
You want to get pictures and get out
Mhm.
with a distraction. So you want to get info and get out of here.
If I can, by making it look like I'm just taking a picture of this rat so that I can blast this place on social media, that
Uh,
don't go here, they have a problem with rats.
Okay, I love this. I don't. So in the future, I'm not going to ask you to give me like the exact move thing because I know you're still learning the system. But in the
Mm-hmm.
future, before you go into the full description, can you give me like the TLDR description because it helps me envision it to know
Yep.
what you're going for, so I can do with that. So the
Okay.
short version is that you want to create a distraction, get photos of evidence and everything, get out of here during the distraction.
Yes.
That's the very simplified version. Okay. Then
Yeah.
what we're gonna do is we are gonna do a move that I really like and feels appropriate now called Take the Risk. This is the catch-all when you are doing something that is batshit dangerous and should not work out. It is just the catch-all for like, in short, when James Bond has to jump out of an exploding building.
Mhm.
I'm going to put this here. I need you to tell me what you're going to do, and I want you to know right now the way that this one works is if you basically crit of getting a 10 or higher, you actually pull this audaciously dumb thing off. And by the way, I mean dumb thing as in take the risk, not your move. Your move is clever.
Nope. I get it.
And if you roll a 7 through 9, I will allow you the choice to succeed at a great cost. If you roll a 6 or below, you fail. Now, before you do this, I want to remind you, you could also burn a tag, which basically means that you cannot use that tag anymore for the rest of the session, but you crit. You can also use Stop Holding Back, which allows you to do something ridiculously overpowered, but can backlash and seriously hurt your character. Seriously hurt them. So do you want to roll this, burn for a hit, or stop holding back?
I think just the burn for a hit right now. I don't want to risk it all. I'm alone. Mm, yeah.
That's fine. So you don't want to do a risky move by yourself as you're trying to manipulate like the mob in the storage room.
I don't want to like paralyze myself or something. I don't want to go that far.
It breaks all your limbs.
Right?
So
I'm in
which
a
tag
body
are you
cast, but I can still see everything. No.
which tag are you burning for a hit to get out of here? If you're Mistakes in Gaming says if you're going down, bring others with you.
I mean, yeah. But my friends don't exactly like they know what's going on or what my intentions are, but they don't know what's happening right now.
I'm gonna have you use. So tell me which tag you want to burn for this right now, because I have some in mind. But
I was thinking on maybe going hog wild on maybe the chaos magic and just have it literally fucking let chaos reign in here.
so if you do
So
that, if you burn out Chaos Magic, you're gonna basically get a crit, but then you can't refer to that tag for the rest of the session, or until you get a long
yeah,
rest.
yeah.
Do we have a deal?
Yes, we do have a deal.
All right.
That's my final answer.
You pull into your Chaos Magic. It is going to take a lot of what they called in one movie, the Texas Shuffle, of you get them to look there, you move there. It's going to take a lot of sleight of hand, of distraction, of a lot of quick thinking to get this going. And this is Jade, this is perfectly organized chaos. In this exact moment, you fling this to the floor as you mentioned the match, like sleight of hand throws to the floor. Take the picture. See right there, panicking. Everybody's looking, and just as everyone's looking, you're getting the photos. One of them goes, "Hey, no pictures." Throws your arm back. As they throw your arm back, you just click, 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 click. Get photos of that over there. Get this.
The burst option.
Yeah, get the burst option. Get all these photos over there. They turn. They shove you. Stumble. Get more photos, and then I think essentially I'm gonna just add, since you're burning for a hit with the chaos magic, I'm gonna build off of this pure flavor wise, and just in a snap, in a moment, there's just like 10 of these mimic rats just around the room, and people are. I mean, is that fair to say how your magic works? How we see it?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, you just do this, and if I'm gonna say with your organized mind, like there's just like one rat for each person in the room, so everybody sees one, and just like looking around, and you go up and get to like, realizing a little bit of reverse psychology and how these people, you go to move up the stairs, and then one of them, sort of not parsing it, just goes, "No, you go out the other way," and shoves you out the back door, and just leaves you out on the other side. You are there with your photos kicked out. They definitely know your face, and they definitely know that you're up to no good. There is no hiding what just happened there, but they, in fact, did not get your name or what you're doing here at all, and you got photos of this place in the entrance. Is there anything else you want to do right now?
Going to hop a taxi and make my way to MC's office. I'm gonna text him and tell him
Going back upstairs, you just leaving?
I'm fucking leaving.
So you leave. I mentioned before that you guys have a status called Tracked by Delia, and that it's going to go up. And when it hits a certain number, Delia is going to find you. I think it's fair to say that number has gone up.
No way.
I'm going to take the taxi, actually not to MC's office, but maybe a couple blocks away into like I don't know if there's some sort of plaza that is open at this time where there one entrance there could be multiple places that I take. I'm going to kind of skirt around and take the back roads and then go find and just hang out like by the dumpsters and behind MC's office until I know they're there. Hopefully maybe shake.
You know what? Then I'm going to give you one last sneak around. And what we're doing here is that I was actually planning to raise the hunt by Delia by 2 points. But if you succeed, I'll just increase it by 1. So tell me what skills you're doing, and then we'll see.
I wonder then if
You can use under the noses of the elite. You can use your crews.
there. Oh, I was actually thinking, whoop, why I don't want to open my task manager. Um, I was actually wondering access to the rich and famous. Maybe I could have like a passcode for an elite office building or potentially hotel that I can use my access to sneak in that way. And then I can find like, those hidden hallways and shit that the fancy important people take so that they're not attacked by the
Okay.
mob of people to kind of use that as my escape.
Okay. So you want access to rich and famous. I'll give you that tag. Is there any other tag you wanted to use?
I don't know what else.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just double checking. Like this is my confirm window. What you chose is great.
Mhm. Um, I wonder if maybe my hypnotic charms, if there's that security guard, just yeah, last minute changes. They didn't have enough container for all their bags of chips, and you know how uptight they get about that.
Yeah.
Just coming
Take
up
it.
to
Take it.
last minute
Take it. So
adjustments.
Gaki Nemo's a friend of mine that I wanted to explain City of Mist. So Nemo, I'm real fast to explain this. Everybody's character sheet has sentences explaining their character concept, and you can basically, when you're doing something, if you can explain how those sentences, you basically get one bonus to each of your skill rolls for every sentence that's relevant to what you're doing. That's the game in a nutshell, very briefly. Tammy, you have those two, so roll your dice.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm just thinking of another one. I wonder because affected appearance that is usually I choose to look sort of punky so that people
Mm,
don't expect that this is my actual job. I've got the hot pink hair, all the makeup and everything.
mm.
So if I were to kind of quickly downplay that, like maybe grab like a discarded shopping bag or something, put my leather coat in there. I've got just my tank top, but then I can sort of pull my hair in a bun where it doesn't really show. I can just like pull my bangs kind of half over my face, take off a little bit of that crazy eye makeup that Jade has on, just so that I'm not as conspicuous.
This is incredible. This is incredible. And I would have just been like, okay, you blended in. But this is why I like narrative driven stories, because you get to do stuff like this. So take all three of those, roll those.
Okay, and that was a sneak around again. You said, right?
Yeah, you bet your ass it was. It was a.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it suck if it failed right now? Okay. If you did all of that and then it was
Would
just
you
like,
say
oh,
that?
It is a great success with an 11 and a power 3.
you pull this escape plan, and in moments, in minutes, in seconds, I think Delia gets a text. This woman gets a text somewhere that says, they're here. And with no further elaboration, she sets off. You never hear from her, and you know for a fact that no one's followed you. You are home clean. I have risen the how much you guys are being hunted, but the smallest amount possible. Well done.
And I have given them, hopefully, the text went through to MC.
Undeliverable.
We're gonna cut back to MC,
I'd be my
and
fucking luck.
this was the most epic I've like when I split the party. I want to split attention. This is the most epic like I've focused on just one player in a while, but it just felt good. We're cutting back
Shitty
to
cell
MC.
receptionist, goddamn city.
That's how he
Listen.
gets notified. He's just pissed.
I think in the other group they had someone who's basically a modern day Columbo type, and they're like when they found Sam Saddle, they said I go into group text and I say murder sad face. It's my favorite way that a group's caught up. You MC and Beldam, you are in the bar. You guys hear? We're gonna sync up the timeline. We're gonna desync the timelines a little bit because during Jade's escape, you guys will hear some shouting and some kerfuffling that's like very, very muffled, but you hear like a little bit. And at the exact same time, MC gets a text with like 30 pictures of the inside. With some of them have their thumb over them, but like some of them and some of them have like mouse and stuff. But like you generally get the gist of what's going on. You get the gist that she found the room that you discovered, and that she has the photos of what's going on there. So you might not know the details of her harrowing escape or how much danger she. You actually, honestly, yeah, you have no idea what level of danger she's in. At this exact moment, she might be dying, or she might have already gotten out. You don't have that information.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that I get this text and I'm in the pisser. Just like
Just gotta add that. That's not even necessary. There weren't toilets in Barovia. I'm pissing now. You get that. You're in the bathroom. What is your response right
So-
now? What do you do?
Well, I'm going to finish up.
I'm glad you clarified that. I'm so glad.
Just come out into the main room, pissing the whole time.
Just runs out, just flying free. Beldan, we gotta go.
Don't know this man.
But we'll come back out and meet up with Beldam. Show her the phone.
Shit.
I think this.
Rusty goes, everything okay in there? Like he's asking you, because you two are at the bar. If you're showing Beldam, you're at the bar. He goes, everything okay?
Yeah, not a problem.
You imagine the restroom, aren't you?
He comes out of the bathroom, just immediately shows me a photo, and I just go, oh, shit.
Here you go. Now, keep in mind, I've been drinking.
Could I go through and try to... What's the thing? Change the game?
Mm-hmm.
As a private eye, would I be able to have a fake business card?
You can try and create a fake business card with Change the Game. That's phenomenal. I'm intrigued by this possibility.
I would have thought you'd already had like several possibilities.
I love how out of the way it was to make a dick joke in this scene, but we went there.
I don't know. I don't
We
suppose
work
I
hard
could
for entertainment.
invoke Jen for that.
How so? I'm open to it.
Say if I had gone through and made some like legitimate addresses.
Okay. I think that in my mind, Jin is kind of this nebulous person that like you have like on a text, like an internet email that you can like email at a moment's notice. And this person seems to always get your email and like know how to respond. Like they're like your kind of queue type person. So let me tell you guys, there's a thing you guys can do. And I'm going to put it in the chat for everybody to see because it's actually extremely relevant here. It's called the flashback. Once per session, you can describe how you can retroactively describe how you prepared for this exact moment. And then when you do, you have one more juice for Change the Game, or you can ask one clue based on the current situation. But you can only do it once per session. So Reed, we can do a flashback to you getting fake business cards for the situation.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if we can do that.
And it wouldn't even need to be Change the Game. You could just like do like one juice and immediately have the card.
Okay.
So
yeah.
You would get, I have an idea, like if you just going back and just like when you were in your downtime emailing Jen, is there anything else you want to add to the scene since it's technically yours?
What I want to do is basically put an address to somewhere that I can monitor. So if somebody goes there looking for us or checking up on us, I would then get pinged and be aware of that.
Okay. So there might be it would have for you it'd be a place that you would monitor, given that you are the city. It would have to be an older building. So I'm gonna say, let's see, what would be an old building? I would say one of the first apartments in the downtown area by by an old library or something like that. Um, apartment 5. So you just like this very like leverage-esque flashback if you look on this email like uh hey Jen, I need business cards for this address. Also, can our business track back to that? And you just get an email back from JEN that just says, what do you mean? I thought that the end detectives were registered at, and she gives you the whole address and Google Maps and everything like that. um, and you can have that tag as your flashback.
Okay.
Hi Fatima, hello, hello. Yeah,
Um,
Jen can make a fake website so fast.
okay.
And I
Um,
guess since you're technically just using the flashback instead of invoking that tag, you're not even using it per tag.
yeah. So then I will pass Rusty a business card.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say, hey, if somebody comes looking for me, and they might, hand them this.
He goes, well, all right. I don't know who would come looking for you around here. Are you expecting any trouble? Or are you looking for that tall muscle lady? Seems that's a very popular choice.
Well, can you blame me?
I cannot.
No, I expect there's going to be any amount of trouble here shortly, and just send them that way if you don't mind.
All right.
And I'm
I'll
going
do
to
that.
sort of motion to CJ,
Mhm.
and we'll head out to our car to
You guys start
Isabella.
to you guys start to head out to Isabella. As you do, the door opens and you see this very tall, powerful woman in a suit, the tie, and her skin almost looks a tinge of blue. She looks at you, she walks in, steps past. Um, walks in the direction of the bar, sits down next to CJ Beldam, and looks at Rusty and says, "Is this She says, "So, what did you want to show me?" And he says, "Oh yeah, absolutely. I got more of that gin in that you like." And he just goes in and pulls this bottle. He goes, "This Pappy's is rare. I think you'll like it. I managed to get some in." And she goes, "Nice." And he pours some. He goes, and he sort of looks at CJ and sort of smiles a little bit. And this woman looks and takes a glass and holds it, and then turns and looks at CJ and smiles, and you see like rows of teeth, rows of sharpened teeth, and she goes, "Cheers." Downs the shot. Did you guys still want to head out?
I do.
I think I want to head out more now.
As you guys head out, she goes to Rusty and he goes, "So who are the new people?" And we're going to take a 15-minute break there. I will see you all just around 8. Thank you all for watching. If you're curious about City of Mist, let me know. Also, do we have our Discord in here? Let's put the Discord in. Is this how this works?
I believe
That's not
it's
the button at all.
exclamation socials.
Socials.
That's not the button.
All right. If you guys want to join our Discord, feel free to let us know. Or feel free to jump in. I'm gonna put the link here as well. We are glad to have y'all. And I think that's we'll see you soon.
Back in a bit.
Back in a bit. Hello, hi, welcome to Roll for Bowl, the second half, which is taking place in the third hour. with 3/4 of the crew. Do the
So
math
much
on that.
math.
I love it.
As our detectives get disturbed by simple fractions, I want to give a shout out here. Arcane Pursuit, who is in a Curse of Strahd campaign right now, just Illuminous DBD. Hello, hello. Arcane Pursuit did fan art of Callista very quickly that looks absolutely amazing. If you jump into our Discord, you can see it. It is absolutely incredible. Already given it a shout out. We are so grateful for that. Luminous, I'm glad that you're here. Luminius, sorry. We are doing City of Mist, not D&D, but a cinematic noir mystery where our heroes are infused with the power of myth and magic. Our heroes surf the moral spectrum, but they find themselves in their influences. You all seem actually pretty cool guys. I know when it's time for me to go to bed when you go live. I know it's a time zone thing, but that's got to be some of the best shade that I've ever been through. I know when I can hear Ben talking that I need to be just unconscious right now. And I'm like, okay. So this group, 4 a.m.
Oh
Good damn.
my.
Go to sleep, Luminius. We love you, but go to sleep. Are you guys meeting back at the detective agency? Or are you going somewhere else? Because y'all left this building. So
Yeah.
I'm curious now as to where you guys are going.
Well, I think before we strictly, tear off, I would at least get confirmation from Jade that she has managed to get clear. The assumption being that, if she managed to take that many photographs and still send them to me, she's probably not dead.
Surprisingly, an accurate presumption. Yes. Jade, what do you text? What do you text Jade? And Jade, what do you text back? We can do this text conversation now.
Okay. Well, I put it in the Discord there, but you okay? Question mark. Dead face with crossed eyes? Question mark.
Jade, what are you in a text back?
By the skin of my teeth. LOL.
Is this a group text between the three of you, or is it just the two of you?
You know what? I don't see why it wouldn't be a group chat.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll be a group chat, I guess. And lots of dinner conversation to go over. Lots of dinner conversation to unpack. Meaning, like, kind of code, like, I really need to talk to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Any other texts, or you guys want to just reconvene?
Meet at the usual place? Question mark.
I was gonna say if there'd be some sort of code that, like, where to meet, like ABC means this first location, DEF, or some sort of code of where to organize ourselves to go meet. We'll just meet at at the usual, at his office, I guess, if that's the usual. I'm assuming.
It's either that or the mall food court.
I will make a mall food court relevant to this campaign. Don't you dare.
You know what? Yeah.
All right,
okay,
you guys.
Mall food court, I'll buy.
You guys can meet at a mall food court. That works for me.
It's busy. It's public.
Yeah. We're gonna call it the White Cliff Mall. Yeah. And you guys are meeting there, and you're in the food court. And people are just moving around. Yeah, it's you guys are sort of lost in the shuffle. So this is a semi-safe place. What do you guys want to talk about? What are you guys trying to figure out?
I'm gonna get a Jamba Juice.
Sincerity. When you said that.
Yeah, it was just the
Okay.
Yeah, you
down
know
that
what? Roll
whiskey?
change the game. Roll change the game for Jamba Juice.
So that you can order the secret menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and it is yeah. But what do you guys want to figure out? You have a power tag of Jamba Juice. I'm giving that to you.
Yes.
Now, at the end of last session, when you had asked us about what our favorite moment of whatever, and you
Mhm.
said that there was one that gives a +1 help to read in our next session for mine.
Yeah, that means that you can give Reed a +1 to one of his rolls. Like you
Okay.
can declare it later. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
We're
So
gonna spend that on the Jamba Juice.
okay. Yep. You're
I love this.
Is that what you carry around in your hip flask when you make us think it's all like whiskey or rum or something?
I don't want to
Actually,
talk
I don't
about
want to
it.
know. I don't want to know for real. Okay.
Real hard to clean.
So then,
It's real chunky.
oh god.
I love that I told the audience, I'm like, hey, audience, you can play along and solve the mystery below. Can you put together the clues as the heroes find them? And you guys are just like, Jamba Juice. It's good.
And chunky.
And we're not
Chunky.
sponsored, but we
We're
could.
not even sponsored.
Jamba Juice.
For the
Cause
mystery viewers is that's it. That's the mystery.
Okay, sorry.
so basically, I'm going to explain to them what I saw going down, how I got out.
You couldn't have
Reed,
been.
are you thinking about the
I'm-
juice more?
you couldn't have been a little more subtle.
I'd like to see what you would have come up with on the fly like that. I thought I did pretty damn good. At least I had CJ's little mouse there. I don't know if it's still running amok or what happened to it, but it sure worked. It all of a sudden there were like 10 of them. 10 of the little fuckers. I
think
don't know
that
if that's
was
your
me.
magic or if that was mine,
I don't
but
think that was me. I would have felt
it
it.
worked. Okay. Well, it worked.
Oh,
But
God, I hope it worked.
anyways, we know that dude is Honey Lips. We know that there's a back room with money and shit going down. And the
Okay.
one girl's name was Stacy. She touched me on the shoulder. Didn't like it.
I think the best part of this was that her name was Stacy. It was Stacy. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to fuck with you.
It's like, who's in this scene right now?
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I
next
wasn't
thing we're
trying to.
gonna
character.
There's like
gonna
this
start
Jamba
talking about her
Juice.
mom next.
Jamba Juice woman because her name was Stacy. Sorry. I gotta leave town. I know too much. Jamba Juice lady quits.
Yeah, we met someone who seemed a little, concerning.
Entirely too many teeth.
Yeah. Did she introduce herself to us? She did, right? I've
No, but it
already
was
forgotten.
obviously
Rusty did mention her name, didn't he?
Okay.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of left her hanging.
Well, hopefully I've got us a bit of time looking after a false lead.
So where do you guys want? What theories do you guys have? Where do you want to look next?
Well, I want to start talking about who would have written us that note. Was it a family member of Sam's? Was it a coworker? Was it someone from another business? We didn't do anything with those fingerprints yet, did we?
Nope.
Not yet.
Okay.
Let's use Jen.
Molly, don't whisper.
Let's use Jen.
I get the effect where like people saying with the alley volume is all. But
Stage
I get you.
whisper.
Sotto voce.
not a word. Um,
No,
it's
it's
not. Oh,
two.
sorry, louder. I said no whisper. That's not a word. Um,
Let's use Jen. Let's use Jen.
so do you
Yeah.
guys want to? Do you guys want to use downtime, or do you want to just like roll an investigation roll with Jen, or?
I mean, could I use a investigation roll with Jen and Private Eye?
Okay, I like this.
Can we decide if we want to give help after we get the result, or do we have to do it beforehand?
Before.
Before.
I'm going
I
to throw
think-
my help at him.
Mhm.
I was considering mine as well.
So that's +2.
Yeah, in addition to whatever you're rolling, right?
Yeah,
Might as
yeah.
well.
Mhm.
Okay. And I will do the investigation.
You guys
Oops.
consult Jen for the answers on this. Jen, you said this, and because Jen's really quick searcher, I'm gonna say for this specific resource, my definition of what information you get is more broad than usual, because she's very good at looking in places online that you would not expect someone to be able to go. To read into it, and you can ask her 2 questions, giving her the fingerprint scan. So you guys can agree on what those questions are.
Uh,
Sorry,
Valley?
I'm trying to. Why did it only add 2 if we also used Jen? Shouldn't have added 3.
Reed, did you add 4 total?
well, I rolled the 2 things, so I clicked on the 2 on Private Eye and on Secret Informant.
It
And
should say
then
power 4. Yeah, I don't know why it.
Yeah.
Oh, it
and-
came
now.
through now. It just came
No,
there through now.
that was me rolling that one
Oh.
now.
Oh,
I just
Yeah.
wanted to check. Yeah, it must have something with the math being weird because it didn't calculate it last time. It didn't give you the power level. Well, let me double
Oh.
check. Let me double check something. Investigate. Blah, 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 blah. On the 7 and 9, they also choose 1. Yeah, I don't know why it only gave you power level 2. You should give you power level 4, which puts you up to 12. So you should get to have a couple of questions here. You should have 4 questions.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get an ID on the owner of the fingerprint.
Let me double check. I got to double check something. I'm gonna make her like this really like one of those eccentric hacker types in shows, and she's gonna send you. She goes, you ask her to ID this. She sends you back an email. Says I found their file. Here's a link. When you click on the link, it just takes you to a YouTube video where you hear that the price is right, boom, and then just like this message appears, scrolls across the video that just says, "Name's not in the database. No no criminal record, or maybe a minor. Sorry, sad face, sad face."
Oh, but wasn't.
That's honestly that's the best that I can give you on that one. That's honestly 100% full information I could give with that specific question with the specific source. You guys give me 3 more questions.
Okay.
You guys
Could
can
we
split it
get
1 each if you want.
Jen to pick up any kind of surveillance in the area from the time when this fingerprint was, or when the message
Note.
was deposited? Let's see if she can pick up anybody.
She sends back and says, I felt bad that I wasn't able to get you that information. So here it is in a video and also a GIF form and also a Rickroll. And when you watch the GIF and the video, they're the same thing. I'm gonna say it's someone that's clearly a kid, like a young teen, like maybe 12, maybe younger, come in with a hoodie, covering most of their face, and they come in, put the note, um, and they just fucking book it, like with all of the grace of, oh shit, the principal might see me as soon as they put the note up there. Clearly, they didn't have a plan and didn't even want to be consulted on this because they were scared about what they were even doing. And the third link is in fact just a Rickroll. Not even subtle. It's reverse psychology.
Would I be able to tell if that kid would have been Pizza Kid Willie, Billy, Woody
Yeah, that you would recognize it immediately. Yeah, as Willie, the 10-year-old little brother at the pizza shop.
of Michael? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question, but at this point, it's just me being curious.
Hmm. What's up?
I don't think it would be helpful, so I don't want to waste the question on it.
Well, if you want to ask me, I won't give you a straight answer. Just I'm curious.
Ah.
Do you want to tell me what it is?
I'm wondering if if you could track down the maybe partially iconic fonts to, I don't know, maybe comic books.
It's an interesting question. I just want to hear what it was, but I'm not going to give you a reaction unless you
Yeah.
make it your official question.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that would only put us in the direction that we're already in.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Did he pull those letters out of the fucking good comic books?
That's what I'm wondering. Uh,
Okay, so we used up 2 questions now, right? 2 more.
Hmm. You got 2 left. I
you
really
can
like the idea
take
of
mine if you have a good one, because I'm
Yeah, I don't really have much at this point.
you guys can ask about Rusty's Bar, Honey Lips, Delia, anything
Oh,
like
it
that.
doesn't have to
have
be limited to
About
this.
well, let me say, we can broaden this to just information she would be able to find. It's not information she could pull off the fingerprint. I would say with this Jin thing, it's information she'd be able to pull with the information she currently has, which is the fingerprint and then like any other intel she can give you about maybe Miller Square or something. You know what I mean? Anything that
I'm
could be easily Googled or could be found with a very high quality Google. Let me put it that way.
I'm actually wondering, now that we know that it was the kid who brought it to us, Billy, Willie, I don't remember. Willie Billy, Millie. Um,
I don't know how to respond to that, but I appreciate it.
you don't need to. I think Allie's seen the video. Um,
Missed something.
this is Tammy wondering, what is the relation now with this kid and the pizza joint? Why did he come asking for help? Can we find out if the pizza parlor is kind of under the same type of financial strain that maybe Sam was? And clearly, are they linked? They must be linked with Honey Lips.
Or even just what the ownership of the pizza joint is. If it's like, a family-owned business, or if this is like a corporate affair.
Let me see. I really liked the idea of this Jin being like this mysterious type, but now I'm like leaning into her being like annoying hacker type as my own thing, just because I like want to roleplay that. Yeah, you're gonna get back a link, a YouTube link, and it says the name of the link of the video is Park Place LF Boardwalk. And if you click on the link, you will see security footage of the pizzeria, of Michael talking to someone who's clearly Honey Lips, and what was it? Michael talking to someone's clearly Honey Lips, and Michael sort of like discussing and everything, and then Honey Lips just sort of talks and smiles and thinks, and then holds out his hand and says something. And then on Jin's video, she's like really like John Madden style, really drawn a bunch of circles and question marks around Michael at this point. And what she's drawing attention to is that his body language changes. Like he almost stands up formally and starts to speak more officially to Honey Lips about something you can't hear. What you three can see that Jin would not have seen is this golden aura around Honey Lips whenever this part happens. The video then cuts over to another video of Michael. What was it? Michael going into the pawnbrokers and bringing a stack of his comic books. Another video of Michael taking his comic books away from the pawnbrokers on a different date, like 2 weeks later.
Hmm.
I think this is as much as I can give you with this part. Actually, I gave you a lot there. So give me one more question.
Is there any record of any other like mysterious injuries or deaths that happened in Miller Square, either since Sam's death or before Sam's death? Like, is this a pattern in any way? Either using like hospital records or surveillance footage or anything like that, you know?
You get back a message that just says no new deaths, no new deaths, and then like a emoji going and says but weird coincidence, lots of injuries, lots of injuries at the hospital, little gas space, there's like lots of injuries at the hospital, gas space, a lot of people reporting just falling on accident. There's like a bunch of questions, like a bunch of like mystery things like that, and then below it, it just has like a bunch of winks, and a /S. So that's your final clue.
I'd like to send back a video clip of the Golden Girls "Thank You for Being a Friend" intro, but right
Mhm.
before it says the word friend, it turns into a Rickroll.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. She sends you back the vitamin C Friends Forever song. No Rickroll, just that.
As a
Do
separate
not
chat.
romance. Yeah. Do not romance this character.
As a separate message. She just
Yeah.
gets from me like 100 symbol, okay emoji, okay hand emoji, crying emoji.
I love this group. You guys are at such a different pace and finding different clues than the other one, and it's so bizarre and fun to watch. So, do you guys want to do a downtime, or do you want to go somewhere?
Well, I think for the moment we should. I'd like to just talk a bit and see if we can get some,
Mhm.
pool our clues.
Okay.
So I think at this moment we're thinking some kind of mind control here.
Yeah.
And it looks like the pawn shop might be in on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the vibe I got.
And he literally has a literal shark on his team to help enforce to keep quiet, probably, but also to keep things rolling in his favor. And if something happens, obviously they get rid of their
So do we
liabilities.
so do we think Honey Lips is calling the shot, or do we think someone's telling both of them what to do?
Well, it seems to me that at the very least we get rid of Honey Lips. It kind of gets rid of one of their avenues of persuasion. Because it seems like he's encouraging people to take a loan ridiculous amounts from the crime family.
How would we?
Mm. Allie read my message in chat. Did you read it? Allie Allie pointed out that I said she was flirting with Jin, and I just said, you've been in 2 separate campaigns, and you ended up in a polycule on both of them. I'm going to spray bottle you when you say nice things about my NPCs.
There's at least one NPC in both polycules too. So.
Yeah. And one of the polycules is also open. Like, you're in a polycule and you hook up with random people.
We're just gonna kill Allie now. That's all we're gonna do.
The fact that your pants are still on makes this one of the most isolated and introverted characters you've run.
This is gonna be a challenge for Allie going forward. Just like, do not develop feelings.
So anyway, what do you want to do with the hot
See what's coming.
What do you guys want to do about the hot muscle shark lady?
I know.
I'm
Ben
gonna
was like,
seduce her.
Here you
Yeah.
go. Enjoy your type. Okay, so I'm sorry, so how are we gonna take Honey Lips out? Are we gonna try to? I mean, we can't go to the police.
I mean, that goes without saying. We start something with the pawn shop, maybe.
You maybe pit them against each other.
You think you could send in a mimic that could convince them that you're Honey Lips?
I mean, I think I could. Well, here's the problem. They're like us, so I could shapeshift. But
I mean, I could break their faces in. That gets some people real talkative.
Hey, I mean, I feel like they deserve it at this point.
Oh boy.
The other possibility is we just, set up an ambush. Maybe we go through, we wait for Honey Lips to show back up at his club, and we just take the whole place down.
I don't hate it. But also, I'm not muscle.
Can you MC with your powers of the city? Can you manage to get him like stuck in an elevator somewhere, and then we can like come in and because I don't know. I want him around his hooligans.
I mean, I might be able to do something like that, but I'd probably have to be somewhere in the general vicinity. And it might just be easier to cut the mains. Also, I don't think that there were too many elevators in that bar of his. Seemed more like a staircase kind of joint,
As someone who loves chaos and wants to fuck up my players, I do want to just point out that any of the limitations that Reed's mentioning don't apply if you stop holding back. It's fine.
I mean,
of course, if you do stop holding back, there's a menu that I pick of backlashes. I tell you what it would be if you got a medium roll. You then roll. If you get a crit, then you do your thing without backlash. If you get a medium roll, then you get the backlash I said. If you get a 6 or below, I get to describe how it goes wrong, and I have all the freedom that you did when you were describing the ability. I just like bringing this up because people are like, well, I don't think I could pull that off. And it's consistently, yes, you can. Is it worth the risk to you?
The place did feel a little bit like a fire hazard.
The things in the back stairs where I passed. Never know. Something could go wrong. It is a bar. They've got an oiler where they're cooking fries and wings.
You
a
mean
lot of alcohol.
Deep fryer?
Yeah.
And oil is something very different.
Mm.
We're talking about a restaurant, not a mechanic shop.
I mean, some of the food in these places, is there a difference?
Food is food.
Really? Mm.
Hmm.
And of course, there's also the problem with Delilah, whatever her name is, the Shark Lady.
Yeah.
Could always maybe we lure her out to someplace. I mean, maybe we already have. See if we can track her down.
Oh yeah. Any pings from? I guess it hasn't been any time. Hmm.
If you want to, what pings from what? What are you looking for?
From his fake address?
I would say. So, what did you want from there, Reed? I'll give you that with after the. What did you want from there? Just you wanted to know if anybody go. Do you want surveillance footage of that, or just to know if anybody goes there, or anything like that?
Yeah, know if anybody goes there. In this case, maybe we're gonna set up a trap and get there ahead of them. And
Then I need to clarify. Do you mean that you want to know before they get there, or do you want to head over there, or?
no, I was thinking that if we wanted to go ahead with this plan of seeing if maybe we could catch Delia, then we could go down to where we know she has already been given our address.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
um, and then
Oh,
maybe
that
we have a
is-
little conversation with Delia. Of course, I get the feeling that the rat and the mouse there, whatever the hell they are going to be a lot more persuaded by having their faces punched in.
That's a
They-
very
True.
good call.
We could start there.
I
I guess
mean,
the
anyone in
question is, how much information do we think they have, or are they low level?
I think the question that I have is more at the end of the day, does it fucking matter? Because we know what we got to do. We got to take care of this Honey Lips guy.
It's true.
Even if, let's say, we were able to take care of him, he must have plans that she will take over for him or someone else would pick up.
Yeah, but if if they don't have the ability to magically turn your minds to mush, then that's kind of a pretty big weapon out of their arsenal.
Ben,
Yes.
question.
Answer.
Is this the kind of thing that we might know that if you have abilities um from a rift or whatever,
Hmm?
if you die, does it nullify anything that you've done, or would
Like
we
with
have
What do you
any
mean?
vampires?
knowledge about that? Yeah, does it like undo all the magic that's active or whatever?
Not that you've seen, but
Okay.
it's important to the lore that most people that are rifts don't even fully understand what they are. They kind of awoke
Okay.
with superpowers.
Okay,
They
cool.
kind of awoke with superpowers and impulses to move a certain way. People don't really aren't tuned. I put a thing in the chat. If you guys have any thoughts on where the heroes should pursue or what they should do, because they're discussing it now, they're not obligated to go by what you say. They got their own free will, which is unfortunate for me. But if anybody wants to vote on ideas, feel free to nudge them one way or another. I got Delia as a pursuit, Honey Lips, Rusty's Bar, Miller Square, or if you have another idea. But
I,
what do you guys think of setting a trap for Delia?
that's one of the possibilities. Yeah.
All right, I'm down for that. 2 votes for Honey Lips. What do you guys think, Tammy, Allie?
I'm okay with setting a trap for Delia. I think I could probably help with that.
Okay.
Of course, the other possibility, the other problem is that seems like some of these guys got powers of their own that they didn't come by natural. Like, not that anybody comes across them naturally.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's
I mean, I'm just
Definitely
interested to know if there's anything she does that we haven't seen. Is it just that she's powerful, or
Well, she's kind of built like a brick shithouse.
I mean, yeah.
But she did
Okay.
not use the magic on us, though, in the alleyway. So,
We never fought Delia. That was the other
Daisy.
one, Daisy.
oh
How
boy.
dare you? So if you guys are gonna, do you guys want to go ahead and set a trap for her, or do you want to have a different plan?
I'm okay with setting a trap for her, and then maybe after that we leave that and go after Honeylips a little more
Yeah,
directly.
Let's
Okay.
use her as practice for our fucking shenanigans.
So you guys have an apartment near the beginning of town, or where the town was founded, and let's say, what would this trap look like? Let's let's do
Or
let's do this.
shark
Let's do this like
cage.
a downtime where you all have 3 points of juice for changing the game. Is that fair? Or you guys all have a downtime. Everybody that wants to contribute can use the change the game for it. Anybody who wants to do something else can just do that thing instead.
Quick question.
Hit me.
So, if we wanted to try to stop holding back, you
Mhm.
would tell us what the possible side effect would be
So there's
before we
basically
roll?
yes, there's basically 3 tiers, and I just choose one based on the intensity of what you're trying to do. And then so you say I want to do this thing. I say that would be a tier 2, which consists of this, and then you look at that and tell me if you still want to roll your die. Then if you get a 10 or above, you get a reduced penalty, not like scot-free, but like greatly reduced. 7 to 9, you get the exact penalty I said. 6 or below, things go haywire.
So this
Do we
is
still get to? Oh, go ahead.
sorry. This is like based on the severity of the thing. So like, if
Yeah.
your stop holding back is to start a pillow fight, versus stop holding back would be to create a citywide pillow fight.
Yes. And
They
also,
would
I
be
want to
different
emphasize.
things.
Yes, and I also want to emphasize that that in this regard, it's important to note that there is they are very clear about this in the book. There is not a limit to what stop holding back is. There is not a limit. Read, you could replace the city with another city. Like the cap on it is unlimited. At the lowest level, you can cause damage to your theme and risk losing it. At the highest level, a bad roll means that you lose your character.
I have 2 follow-up questions. One,
Oh, this is delicious.
can we still invoke power tags?
You actually roll 2d6 plus your logos, the number of logos you have, because your logos represent your ability to actually have some self-awareness about how you use your abilities.
Okay. And so we wouldn't be able to burn a tag
No.
to guarantee a success. Okay.
No. No, you can't rebuild a city and then, like, on a technicality, need a long rest.
Y'all, I'm tempted.
What would
Tempted?
you use it for?
Oh, I would love to create on the other side of that door just a magical little world that feels like a drug trip you never want to end.
And just trap her in there?
Yeah, sew those buttons on, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Stay
It's
with
not
me
even
forever.
the darkness of it, it's just the casualness of it.
Stay with me forever.
Okay, so here's my question. Either Allie can stop holding back and we make this world, or you guys can use downtime to prep this. I need a choice.
I mean, I'm down to let Allie show off a bit here.
Yes.
Let me roll like shit. Watch me die. What's the
And
risk?
you want to create a world, so not just narratively but effect wise. be direct with me without the flavor. What is what you're hoping here? Like she's going to be trapped here. She's going to be brainwashed. Like what are you hoping for?
I want her to be basically so enchanted that she doesn't want to leave. So trapped, but not the kind of trapped that is like not
Do you
locked
want
in.
do you want her to be
Like-
like talkative? Like do you want her secrets or do you want her to just be a willing prisoner?
No, I just want her to be a willing prisoner. So like I want her to like it so much she's not fighting. She just take her out of the equation.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to say I'm going to say we're going to do a no return, which is tier 2. On a 10 or above, a crit success, you get a fade or a crack on the theme of my choice, and you burn all of those tags. So you just are basically out that card until you take several long rests. And the card will be everything you need.
Oh.
On a 7 through 9, you lose that theme. My reasoning behind this, it becomes replaced with the Logos theme. The reasoning behind this that I have is, first of all, I want it to be bigger because mechanically you're trying to one-shot a mini boss to this story. And narratively, you would effectively be trapping somebody in a world that you could love, that could withstand your love. So it kind of finishes off that part of your character.
I'm gonna do it.
I need you.
It
To
sounds
go
like
on
the
to-
fallout's just gonna hit me. I'm okay with this.
Remember, if you get a 6 or below, I just get
Oh,
to describe your
It's
character doing,
catastrophic.
and I get to have full control over it.
What the fuck? Let's do it. We're only here for 2 more weeks or something.
Fatima, can you help? No, you cannot. Go ahead.
How do I roll that?
I need you to go.
Do I just
Let me
roll?
double test it. I'm gonna double test it, but before whatever I roll is not what happened. We're gonna go cinematic moves and click on stop holding back. Let me verify that it worked like that.
Oh, cinematic.
And then yeah, I would say that would have been a
Oh.
failed
Okay.
because that was a 2d6 plus 1.
right.
Would have been so just go to cinematic rolls and click on stop holding back for no return.
Here we go. I don't know what I rolled.
That's a
I
6.
can't see it. No.
Oof.
I mean, statistically, that was the most likely number to come up. So
Oh my gosh, we're at the end of the session too.
welcome. Ben went red button, and I went yes, please.
That's the
And
thing
Molly
with
got
this is
the soundtrack.
I got to really think about this for a moment. You know what? I'm going to do a montage of things here. We're going to do this as a scene. Allie, you guys are back at the office. I'm going to do it this way as you're talking. Allie gets this idea, or CJ Beldam gets this idea, and starts sewing this with their ability, sort of like they're taking a needle and thread and moving it through the air, not touching anything. And Allie, tell me if you disagree with any of this description. Not touching anything. And as she does it, she throws a needle through the air. The room that you've made goes from an empty room. She moves the needle, and this couch appears in the room. And she moves this needle, and it's suddenly this lamp, and then this sea salt air scent goes through the room. Everything she's needling and spinning is this stitch in the room, and she's just stitching this perfect room and drawing all of this, and then she thinks about it and draws. She's moving through Adiel's decoration, adding all these sense, thinking about what she really knows about her. Because if you think about it, you know everything that's going on in a person. If you really concentrate on the soul, she takes this and then pushes back on the wall. And as she does, the wall expands, not into the other room because the other apartment's unaffected, but she is able to make space within space that is larger. She pushes back on this wall, pushes back on this, makes an entire beach of soar. It's beautiful. Yes, she wanted to trap somebody, but it's going to be a good home. It's going to be an incredible home. This is not just for Delia. This is for her. And she sews this, moves this room, and then she thinks about it and thinks, well, there's an ability that she has to have. She can bring in Delia. Delia's on her way there. But then she thinks about it and is like, why would I just settle for one person? And just stitches and sews and just makes another room, sews another room up, makes another place, makes a replica and adds a couple comic books on the wall, adds a little laundromat, adds a store, adds maybe a pawn shop there, maybe some little police tape. We're gonna let's use yarn for the police tape. And we're gonna go sew through, we're gonna make maybe a little bit of drizzle effects of the rain. We're gonna do this, sew this entire place and make this whole thing. We need her. Not yet. So as this Delia comes in and finds this place confused, enchanted, and intrigued, wanders in. Over in the detective agency, CJ Beldam has ideas, and this smirk and smile begins to curl up on her face as she realizes she could do a little bit more than she expected, and her body just collapses to the floor like a doll as the mythos within her completely takes over. The needle floating through the air, and then elsewhere, this voice reaches out to Delia in this ersatz dark lagoon by Miller Square and says, it's a good place. I made it just for you. Don't you like it? And she says, it is intriguing. It has been so long since I've got to rest. Yes, and you want to rest. I want you to rest. I care about you. She says, something in her unlocks, and she says, you know, what I did was unpleasant, but I did it for the people of Miller Square. If it wasn't me with my standards, if it wasn't me with my discipline, it would have been more brutes, it would have been more blood. And the mythos, this being says, no one's judging you here, dear. You are who you are. And I want you to have what you want, because that's what love is. And you want to watch out for your friends, right? The people you care about? She says, yes. She goes, good. Bring them here, would you? Delia thinks about it. Where is here? Oh, just a place. A little place, home away from home. You know what? Bring your friends that you care about. And I've heard a few things about those coworkers of yours, too. Well, I'll just trust your judgment. CJ Beldam senses this and has enough wherewithal to pull back and wake up from a horrible nightmare, what feels like a waking terror. Waking terror. But she knows very much what just happened. It's unconfirmed who Delia will be finding, but she has ingested the other mother's desire to bring in more and more people into this home. Congratulations, Allison. Your trap worked. Is there anything we'd like to do before we close out this session?
You okay? Smiley face with crossed eyes.
You get a ping from GEN that says, hey guys, And it's like the email headline just says, "Hey guys," with like 3 exclamation points for priority, and then another one that's got 4 exclamation points, and another one that says "Not a Rickroll," 5 exclamation points, and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Fuck that music for this last part, Ben.
Thank you all for coming to this.
Oh, yeah.
I
Gosh.
like City of Mist.
Well, you got to do a thing, Allie. Not quite what you
Temporary.
had in mind, but
Oh.
Fatima, can you
honest-
do me a favor, please? And I think you know what it is. How's everybody feeling about that session?
Good.
So good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for
Am I the
joining
new
all
big
of
bad?
you. Am I the villain?
Do we
Thank you for coming to Arcane
geek
Pursuit.
out after the session? Is that
Oh, right.
a
We
thing
should do
have to
that. We should do the geek out thing. Yes. I forgot about that. That's absolutely correct. Let's do that. So, for those that don't know City of Mist, Geek Out is a mechanic where the players can discuss their favorite moments from the session, and actually doing so gives them stat boosts. Is my camera freezing up? No.
No.
Nope.
So I'm gonna roll 1d3. I don't know if the viewers can see the questions. Did we ban somebody?
Not me. You seem to
It
have.
says no, unban that person. That was on accident. Oh dear.
Sorry, Mark 8BL82W.
It's probably a spammer, but you know what? I like him. He's my spammer. Tammy, how has the crew grown as this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? Or which of your themes is under the most strain?
I think right now my theme of my mythos is probably under the most strain. Because I certainly tapped into it quite a bit with my little activity there at the bar. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. That one is a little bit tired.
Okay. So basically, I'll get with you on this. Basically, that one, I think I'll have to double check how that does, but I think it like sets you up for if you have to replace that mythos, like what the next one will be. Like it helps position that one. I'll find the details and give you that after the session. Reed.
I think in our case we've grown the session as a crew, mostly in our interactions with Jen, because you know we've got a character there now as opposed to an undefined thing that was potentially just a mark on a character sheet.
That's fair. I will give you an experience point on that, and then Allie, what do you want to answer?
I mean, I feel like wow.
Music kicked in.
Music got real intense. I feel like which of my themes is under the most strain is kind of a gimme.
Oh yeah, you know what? That reminds me. You did fail that roll.
Yeah.
You do need to replace that mythos with a logos theme, which you can go over between the sessions.
Okay. So should I not do that one then?
Honestly, I think that's fine.
Okay.
You do character interaction if you want or whatever, but
okay.
That part of your mythos was pursuing the question, who am I when I'm not fulfilling a need for another? Your mythos has found the answer. It doesn't matter because I will always have another.
One way or another.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. that part of your mythos is satisfied and no longer needs to exist.
Oh God. Okay.
That's the first time anyone's ever gone haywire on Stop Holding Back, by the way. So I really wanted to make it good for myself as well.
It had to be me though. I really
yeah.
shit in this game.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't. That's all I can think of for which of those
That's fine.
questions to answer.
We can come back to that if you want to think about it later or anything.
No. I just mean that's the one that I think would be the answer, if that's an okay answer to give, is that's the theme under the most strain, and the thing that would replace it, I'm not entirely sure what the name of it will be, but I do feel like it's going to be a mission.
Okay, that's perfect. We'll get a mission. We'll get a mission for you right now. We'll find out what that mission is.
Try to
this is
stop
City
this
of-
bullshit.
Yeah, maybe.
This is City of Mist, baby. Welcome, all y'all. We are in it now. The duality of low tier mundane crime solving and larger than life mythology is everything I wanted out of a cinematic themed role playing game. I will see you all. We have 2 weeks left of this, right?
Yep.
We have 2 weeks left until the conclusion, and if Delia, I'm just brainstorming here, if Delia does go and get the people from Miller Square, then the stakes of this story have just gotten significantly higher. But if Delia goes and speaks to all of the people in her crime circle, then every single one of them just has a very, very good idea of what just happened, and I'll probably be bumping up that Delia search. Yeah, she's done for either way, but the story's about to hit some dynamite. I will see you all later, and you guys have a great night.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.